Another issue here where it doesn't really make sense to use your cell phone as your home phone because of reliability, quality. I mean, let's face it, cell phones, even now, are just terrible quality compared to a landline.
You still get that tinniness to the sound.
And especially a lot of, I mean, I think you're probably talking about people who don't have families and stuff like this. It's just not, you know, it doesn't make sense to have you know, a cell phone, to have conferencing, all these there are a lot of families and stuff that have these, you know, call features. The quality is just not there. I think that's the main issue.
Some of the hardware manufacturers are coming up with home base type of cell phone systems where it's wireless service into your home, but the phone that you see is like a 900 hertz, cordless phone, and then you get 2 cell phones as part of that package, and that you can use them in the house, but basically what you're encouraged to do is use them outside the home, but you're getting cellular service only. There's no wires in your home. It's true wireless service. That's, I think, is going to be the next revolution, and the company that pushes that is the company that I think, if I was making some investment, I'd go after, because the quality at home is going to be fine. In fact, the hardware models I've seen have wired inside, too. In other words, you can hook that up to your regular old phones that are throughout your home.
Right.
And that's where I think that you're going to see. That's when people start pushing that, and probably there's a whole bunch of people at all these cell phone companies going, "Shut up, Bob, don't say." But that's when the company that announces that, go buy their stock that day, because that's the company that's going to shoot
There is
up.
one looking into it.
Yeah.
Cisco is looking at it.
Cisco.
They have a way of setting up, I think it's just TDMA and maybe CDMA type phones.
Right.
But you can use your CDMA or TDMA phone in the office, and then when you go out, it switches back to the cellular network.
Right.
So you can just use your phone all day, and it'll actually switch to what carrier it is as you roam. That's pretty cool. It's almost like, I guess, a local roam. You go from the outside, you're on, say, Singular, and you go on the inside, you're on your office phone network.
Well, that could certainly put a big pump into the tech market. I mean, that's what we really need. The Ciscos, the Lucents, the Nortels could really use something like that. But again, it's going to come back to probably marketing. Everything seems to come back to my love of marketing. It's how you position it.
You've got a big political problem, too. You've got to remember that the baby bells own the infrastructure right now. And if you're going to start pressing wireless service, what's going to happen is the baby bells are going to have a conniption.
Oh, yeah.
Because where's all their money coming from now? It's coming from the consumer at home.
Same reason why electric cars aren't going out through the roof. You know, Amoco might have something, BP might have something to say about that. You know,
We like their new logo, though. You know, the BP. You know, 'cause it
I
really
won't even
does
carry
also
that credit card around with me because it's so ugly. No, I think that's the thing you have to think about, though. You have to think about the next leap.
Right.
Marketing plans are just marketing
Yeah.
plans. This stuff is just marketing.
Not a bad
But when somebody takes a new piece of technology or something that's existent and uses it to capture larger market share, now you're talking about something.
Well, to add on to that, I think why most people despise our box, particularly vituperative against Ameritech here locally, is service. I just applied on the web to pay all my local phone service by the web. You know what? It's still not turned on. I did this like 3 weeks ago. So, I mean, to have automated billing. What Bob was saying, let's say you take Ameritech out of the picture. You have a wireless connection, not copper, to your home. Maybe you can use your internal hardware network inside the home, but the point is you've got a wireless feed.
Right.
For that connection. If it's not connected with better service, there's not going to be any reason for people to change. I don't care if it comes wirelessly or via copper. What I want as a consumer is good service.
Right. It always comes back to service. But we're up against a break. Still ahead on the Pocket Protectors, the government prepares some much-needed stimulus for the tech sectors. We'll tell you about it next. Welcome back to the Pocket Protectors. The politicians in Washington are playing Santa Claus with the new stimulus packets again. And they didn't forget to talk the tech sector. Bob Germetta, you're involved with the government. What does this do with, how is this really going to help us?
Well, it kind of goes back to what we talked about 3 or 4 segments ago, about the government wants to get small